in California. We begin with NewsNation senior correspondent Brian Entin. Brian, what is the situation where you are?
Yeah, we're in Altadena, Nicole, and it's just, I mean, keep saying it, but it really is just pure devastation. Everywhere you look, block after block downtown, the businesses, the homes are mostly burned down. And what's so sad today, I want to show you, is you've got people coming back in now that it's not as smoky, and some people are able to get back past the police barricades. Business owners are coming back in, homeowners are coming back in, and this is what they're finding. I mean, this woman here, her name's Kari. The man in the background is her husband, Steve. And this is their business. This is their bike shop. It's called Steve's Bike Shop. They've owned it for years. Steve started working here in the 1980s. He was just telling me, and then he was able to save up enough money to buy the bike shop, but he's owned it now for decades. And they thought it would be okay. You know, nothing like this has ever happened. The fires have never come this far into the city. They left yesterday to go help Steve's brother put out a fire and keep the fire away from his house in the mountains, and they came back, and this is what they found. I just spoke to Steve. Take a listen.
Yesterday morning, we came down during the night, or early morning, 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and all this was okay. And then by 7 o'clock, this was all burned down. So that's that.
And this is your bike shop?
This is my bike shop.
And you started working here?
1985.
And then you were able to buy it?
Yeah, after high school, I bought it, and then moved it up here about 10 years ago, and yeah, 40-year run. Is that 40 years? That's 40 years.
So you were just walking around in there?
Oh, right now, yeah. There's a few things that I want to make sure I've been thinking about trying to find, so that's all I'm doing.
What does it feel like?
I don't know yet. You know, you get that sort of numbness, just figure it out. Not quite sure.
People really are in shock, Nicole, as they continue to rummage through their things. Again, that's Kari, Steve's wife, the guy in the hat. He owns the business next door, which is the hardware store. And then you can see Steve just trying to find tools, anything that he can salvage from what they've lost, but they've really lost pretty much everything. And they're still coming to grips with all of it. And again, when you walk around Altadena, all of these areas, it's just what you see block after block after block. Everything is pretty much scorched, Nicole.
Yeah, and again, of course, people are so happy to be alive. But as Marnie was just saying, when you lose your livelihood, it's also so devastating. I know Steve is kind of in a state of shock, Steve and Kari, both of them. Does he have any idea on plans to move forward? Does he plan to rebuild, maybe retire, move somewhere else, or is it just too soon?
Yeah, and we can show you again while we talk about them. Honestly, it's kind of hard to explain when you talk to folks out here, but I just don't think they've fully, and you can imagine if you were in this situation, really processed what's happened. Like, they thought they were going to come back and maybe their business would be okay, he thought, because it was a brick building. So I don't think that they have been able to think about that yet. I asked about insurance, and they said they have insurance, but they haven't been able to get through yet to their insurance person. And I think right now they're just sort of having to take in the reality, and then maybe later it'll set in kind of the what next.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.